Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Good morning. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you were safe. Please make sure you oh God, it's gonna fall. Please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so share the video. They don't have Facebook. They're going to the YouTube channel. If they don't have that, we have the podcast, and it's the Live Past Crazy Show. If they don't have that, we have 5 books. If they don't read, we have the movie. Send me a message, and I will send you the link to the movie. So there's that. Don't forget, Sister Rise Retreat is coming up in 11 days now. If you can't come and you would like a Sister Rise Retreat t-shirt, we have those available for you. And Rise stands for Revitalizing Individual Sacred Energy. I hope you guys can see that. So the t-shirts are available if you would like to order those as well. So good morning. And if you share the show, please let me know so that I can properly tell you thank you. I greatly appreciate you taking the time out to share the show. So I hope you had a good weekend. And I hope you're ready to get this day started. Let's get it started. Last Thursday, we had our first episode of the late night early morning show with Arsenio and JoJo, and that came on at 11:30 p.m. Thursday night. We were live in Thailand. So if you missed that, I will post it later today, but it is on my page so that you can see that. Yeah, we got a lot going on. Don't forget the affirmations book is coming out. It came out on the 28th, but I'm making one more revision. I'm adding to it. And so I'm going to be putting that out again. But the Sister Rise Retreat, bit.ly/Sister Rise. We are 11 days out. So make sure that you grab your tickets before too late. Okay? Good morning. All right, so let's get right into the quote of the day. The quote of the day, and I have 2. It isn't where you come from, it's where you're going that counts, and that's by Ella Fitzgerald. It isn't where you're going, where you came from. It isn't. It's not where you come from. It's not where you came from. It's where you're going that counts, and that's by Ella Fitzgerald. The second quote is, my goal is not to be better than anyone else, but to be better than I used to be. My goal is not to be better than anyone else, but to be better than I used to be. And that's important. We're not trying to outgrow anybody. We're not trying to, I'm just trying to be better than what I used to be. Now, if you want to come along in this journey, come along and let's make it happen. I just want to be better than what I used to be. And the other quote, it isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts. And that is by Ella Fitzgerald. Good morning, Miss Joe. Have an amazing week. Excuse me. Hope you had a great weekend. So, yeah, let's talk about the thought of the day. Why having a team matters. Why you picking either Team Abundance or Team Lack matters to you. And I got 3 things that I really want to talk about that. I'm gonna pull it up here so I don't forget anything. So why does having a team matter? So this weekend I had a conversation with someone on yesterday that it was a conversation that I needed, that I didn't know that I needed. And it was a conversation of growth and wealth and understanding and all the things that means. And that's one of the important things of understanding your team and why it's important to have one. And so let's talk about why having a team matters. Like, JoJo, let's get this out the way. JoJo, you being extra with Team Abundance. Like, you being real extra. You got Team Abundance t-shirts. You got Team Abundance, you got Team Abundance t-shirts. You got a playbook. Like, JoJo, you doing too much with Team Abundance. I need you to calm down with it. But let's talk about the importance of having a team and why that matters. Why it should matter to you. It should matter to you and what that looks like. So in having this conversation this weekend, and if Miss Jo is on here, Miss Jo is included in this conversation. So from Thursday to Sunday, I had conversations with people that lifted me, encouraged me, stretched me, and we were all talking the same moving language. That is important when you are deciding your team, when you're deciding who's gonna be in it. So here's 3 things I said 4, but 3. Here's 3 things on why it's important to choose your team. And no, if you don't pick one, you automatically have one by default. I'm not doing too much. I just made it real simple for you. I made it so simple that it's aggravating the piss out of you. It's aggravating you because it's not hard. We either have Team Abundance and we have Team Lack. So let's talk about that. So number 1, you have a different conversation. This is why having a team matters. Like we said, we have moving language. But if you are over on the other team and you're having a discussion that people cannot understand, it's going to frustrate you and aggravate you to the point where you no longer want to talk about your hopes and your dreams and your futures and your vision because they don't understand your language. But when you are with a team who talks differently and you're having a different kind of conversation, and it's not just an I conversation, it's a we conversation, meaning what are we doing for our generations to come and how we're setting our families up to prosper, then that requires different outcomes for you. It requires something different from you. So we're having a different conversation because over there on Team Lack, and here's the thing, half may feel like they're on Team Abundance and half may feel like they're on Team Lack, but you got to be all the way in. You can't be halfway. That don't work. So you have some who may feel like they have abundance in just this area, but not this area. And it's not until you change your conversation and in that you're changing your team, you see where your conversation may have been lacking, or where you had a lacking mindset about something. And what does that look like? And how do you deal with that? You have a different conversation when you look at your team and look at the conversation you're having. I had a different, from Thursday to Sunday. When I tell you I had different conversations, meaning they were conversations I couldn't have with just anybody. It had to be Miss Jo, and it had to be that other person. Different conversation requires a different language to come out of my mouth. Number 2, choosing your team. Why does having a team and why is it important? Why does it matter? It will allow you to begin to understand how your gift is going to make room for you. It will allow you to begin to understand how your gift is going to make room for you. Because we can quote that scripture all day long. My gift will make room for me. But do you understand what your gift is? Do you know how it's going to make room for you? Do you know how to say, I'm going to allow my gift to make room for me? Do you know how to allow that to happen? Or do you only know how to block it and stop it and hinder it from working because you have a lack mindset and not abundance, and so you assume your gift does not going to make room for you because it's not your gift, because you don't understand it, because it's in the wrong room, because you're on the wrong team. So choosing your team matters because it's going to allow you to begin to understand how your gift is going to make room for you. That's important. You will want to know that. You will want to know why your gift needs to make room for you. Good morning, D. You'll want to know that. Because, and this is 2A, so having your team matters because, you know, it allows you to understand how your gift is going to make room for you. But A, it will have the gifts. You'll look at your gifts and then you'll be able to answer the question, but are they making room for you? And then 2B, why not? Why are your gifts not making room for you? And then 2C, could it be the team that you're not choosing to be on? Could it be your default team that is allowing your gift not to make room for you? That's allowing you not to understand the importance of your gift, how to use it, and how it will make room, how it's a tool to make room for you. Because I don't want you just saying scriptures and be like, yeah, and you're not believing it and you don't understand how to work it. So why does having a team matter? It allows you to begin to understand how your gift is going to make room for you. We all have gifts. Don't say you don't have one. Everyone was given one, multiple, more than one. You need to ask yourself today, how is my gift going to make room for me? How will I allow my gift to make room for me today? Today. Not tomorrow, not when you get it together, not when it's all lined up. But how are you going to allow your gift to make room for you today? And then if you don't understand that, why not? And is your team helping you understand why your gift is not making room for you? Could it be that the team that you're not on, cause you to lose your understanding of your gift? And are you on that team by default? I like that one. Because we say all day, our gift is going to make room for us. And then it never happens. And then you say, well, maybe the Lord meant for me to stay here. Or maybe that's just the universe way of telling me I don't need to go. Maybe you haven't done the work, the right work, with the right gift, on the right team. Maybe you have your gift down pat, but you're playing for the wrong team. Maybe you have a gift and you're using it, but you're trying to have a conversation with people who don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth because you're on a different team. Could it be the team that you're not choosing? Could it be your default team? Like you were born into teamland. You were born thinking you couldn't have nothing, you couldn't go nowhere, you couldn't be nothing. Maybe you were born thinking all those things. Maybe you were born thinking nobody moves outside of this county. Don't nobody go nowhere. Don't nobody get a better job. Don't nobody make more than this. $12, $13 an hour. Don't nobody have a salary. Like, what is that? Don't nobody put money into their 401k. What is that? So maybe you're on team default by default. I mean, team lack by default. Maybe that's where you are because you don't understand your gift. You don't know how to allow it to make room for you because you're listening to the conversations that are around you. So we've got to understand what our gift is. And number 3, you have to understand how to be authentically you. Be yourself and figure out how that best serves you. Meaning, when I am JoJo to her core, right? And I understand how to use me being my authentic self to the best of my ability, then it allows my gift to make more room for me. I can't be anybody else. So when I understand how to be authentically me, when I understand what that means and what that looks like, Now I'm able to talk about my gifts. Now I'm able to say, this is how my gift is going to make room for me. Now I'm able to say that. I'm able to say that. Period. But if I don't understand how to best be JoJo and how that serves my friends best, my family, the Fearless Morning Show, if I'm not authentically me, I can't serve the Fearless Morning Show. I can't do that. I can't be my sister's keeper. I can't do Sister Rise. I can't do Team Abundance. No, but I've got to, and this is why having your team is important, and understanding what team that you're playing for is essential. Because if I'm not authentic to me, it's going to be hard as the dickens. Do you understand? To move forward in my gift. It's going to be so hard that I'm going to assume that I'm not operating correctly in my gift, number one. Number two, that I don't even understand what my gift is. It's because I'm not being true to who I am. And if I'm not being true to who I am, then perhaps, just maybe, I need to take a look at the team that I'm on. Am I on Team Lack by default? And if I'm on Team Lack by default, what am I fixing to do about that? What are we going to do? That's a question. That's a question that needs answering. So why does having a team matter? Y'all, this week, when I tell you the conversations I had this weekend, they mattered. And they mattered in such a way that if I was on any other team than Team Abundance, I would not have been able to have that conversation. I wouldn't have been able to carry it through. I wouldn't have been able to hold the weight of that conversation. I wouldn't have been able to say, I agree, or to share my bigger vision and my bigger goal. I would have never been able to do that. Because when you're on Team Lack, you are ashamed and afraid and scared to share what your true vision is. You scared of that? Because you are scared because you're scared because you're qualified to be exceptional. You're just nervous in front of your current community. Here you are on Team Lack, knowing what greatness lies in you, and you know your tools, and you know your gift is ready to make room for you. But because mama and them, daddy and them, cousin them, and all your friends and your co-workers are on Team Lack, you're committed to that. But inside, you know that that's not the answer for you. You're trying to have different conversations again with people who can't understand what you're saying. They can't hold the weight of your words, because your words say dream and think differently, go and be better, aspire to be, conquer, take over, dominion, abundance. These are all words that are positive. And you might look up and find somebody on Team Lack who has you for one conversation. Like, yeah, man, we about to move out of here. We about to start this business. But somewhere along the way, Team Lack will put in their best for you. Or that friend you finally having that conversation with is going to say, but you know what? Oh, man, that costs too much money. I don't think I can do that. And then you find yourself having a different conversation. So your team matters because it is how you talk to each other that matters. It is that conversation that develops you every day that matters. It is that, oh, this is what we're about to do. This is where we're going. And everybody sees the vision. Like when you share your vision with someone else and they can see, oh, I got you, sister. I see where you're going. And they talk to you about your vision and they help you understand it. That is a totally different conversation. So why does having a team matters? We got 3 things. It allows you to have a different conversation. Period. And 2, it will allow you to begin to understand how your gift is going to make room for you. It will allow you to begin to understand how your gift is going to make room for you. If you don't understand your gift, you need to take time out, whether you're on Team Lack or Team Abundance, and decide exactly what is my gift. How am I fixing to use this? Period. Which brings us to 2A. We all have gifts, but are they making room for us? And this goes back to phenomenal skill, but average will. Meaning you are beyond skilled at this thing. You are beyond amazing at your gift, but because you have an average will attached to it, it's not making any room for you. So we all have gifts, but are they making room for us? So if you have a phenomenal skill and you're applying average will, that's how you can be sitting at home and be like, man, I was so good at this back in the day. Man, I was the star of this. I did this and this and this. So you have that phenomenal skill, but did you apply your average will to it? Or do you have an average? And that's where we can get mad. We can see people who are not as good as we are at a thing. They got an average skill, but they are applying their phenomenal will to it. And they killing it. They beating us at our own game. So why does having a team matter? Number one, it's a different conversation. Two, it'll allow you to begin to understand how your gift is going to make room for you. 2A, we all have gifts, but are they making room for us? 2B, why or why not? If we all have a gift and they're not making room for us, why not? Are you hindering them yourself? Are you stopping your gift before you can even get started? Do you acknowledge your gift or your skill or whatever the thing is that you're good at? Do you acknowledge it and then say, okay, I'm going to allow my gift to make room for me? Or are you forcing 10,000 things into the universe to try to figure it out, and that is not going to work? So we all have gifts. Are they making room for us? Why not? And then 2C is, could it be the team that you're on that you're not choosing to be on? Good morning, Miss Margaret. Could it be that it could be the team that you are not choosing to be on? So if me understanding why my team matters, it will allow me to begin to understand how my gift is going to make room for me. So not only am I in the mornings, I'm giving my breath and my words direction, I am asking, how can my gift make room for me? How can my gift make room for me? Do I understand what it is? And if I don't, why not? And could it be the team that I'm not choosing? Who is my default team that is insisting that I don't have a gift to give this world? And why am I not using it to the best of my ability? Now, I will tell you that day ones of Team Abundance is understanding our mindset and getting all our mental together so that this is not like this. This is not jumbled. Because if this is jumbled, I can't see my gift. I can't understand it. I can't operate in it because I'm not aligned with it. That's why there's 5 keys to live past crazy. Number 1 is to be quiet. Yes, is it clear in my mind? And that's why you have different conversations over here on Team Abundance. We're having different conversations. Number 3, why does having a team matter? You understand how to be authentically you, to be yourself, and understand how you being JoJo best serves you, and how you being JoJo best serves everyone who comes in contact with you. So if I don't understand how to be authentically JoJo, if I don't understand what that means, I can't be there for anybody that calls upon me to ask for help, questions, and I can't be there for them because I don't understand how to be authentically me first. I don't know what that means. That means, right, Miss Margaret? That means if I'm being somebody other than JoJo, that means I am trying to fit in whatever atmosphere I'm in at that time. So if I'm in corporate America, they're calling me Louise and not Yanitra. I had to figure that part out the hard way. And see, I allowed them to call me Louise, but Yanitra showed up every day and she did the work. But until I was authentically myself, can I really serve and work in the gift that I was given? If we don't understand who we are to our core and understand how that is going to best serve us, right? You will find yourself adapting to every atmosphere and every situation you find yourself in. I believe that I can be in rooms of greatness with great people, great minds, with wealth, generational wealth that is abound. I can be in those rooms, and I can be in those rooms as JoJo, as Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. And until I understood that, I was trying to be Yamitra, I was trying to be JoJo, I was trying to be Louise, I was trying to be something to everybody but nothing to myself. I like that. Are you trying to be something to everybody and nothing to yourself? Because that's the truth. And you will find that that's a difficult place to be. And you're going to have to figure out how to get out of that. How do you get out of that? You start looking at the team that you're playing for. Start understanding your gifts. So this thought came to me this morning. As we're understanding why having a team matters. I had this thought this morning, y'all, and if you're an early riser, and listen, I think my clock has switched. I used to be an early riser at like 3:34. I was happy-go-lucky, ready to go. Now it's like I don't even want to talk at 3:34, 35 in the morning. But I'm staying up later, so I think my clock is switching. So this is what I was thinking this morning as I was opening up the windows and the blinds. We have the opportunity to see darkness turning into light. When you wake up in the mornings and it's dark outside, and I'm going to relate this to our life, right? We have the opportunity to see darkness turn into light. When you get up in the morning, it is dark outside. If you're in the country, my grandpa, after he had his over easy eggs with his toast sausage and coffee, he would take his coffee outside in the darkness on the front porch and listen to the world come awake. You hear the car start to move, but the bird, some things wake up before humans, like the birds, and you hear things rustling and moving. And we would sit there on the porch and we would watch the dark turn into light. And so, and then you have the opportunity for that. As the dark turns into light, you get to see the beautiful sky change colors from dark to light pink to blue to purple, and all the wonderful colors that it changes. And the same thing is happening in your life. You have the opportunity to understand what darkness looks like right now in your dark space. You understand that. Like, times is hard. You having a difficult time. I want us to look at that darkness and know that as you show up for Team Abundance every day, as you begin to practice this thing, as you begin to work it out, as you begin to understand how your gift is going to make room for you, I want you to take the darkness that you're in and begin to see how your hard work is paying off by the changing of the beautiful colors that you see. Because as we're walking out of the darkness, things are changing. So you have a different change of light. You have a different change of understanding. You have a different change of looking at things. So in our darkness, it may seem that it's not paying off. But as things begin to line up and they start to pay off, I want you to pay attention to the opportunity that you have to see your darkness turn into light. Like the morning waking up, like the earth waking up when it's black outside. And they said it's darkest before dawn, right? And then that's when you see that hint of pink. That's when you see the beginnings of your thought process beginning to change. When you see more of that pink, that pinkish purple, and that's you really understanding, hey, I won this game. I won this outcome. I'm understanding my skill. I'm understanding where I'm going and what I'm doing. And then when the sky turns blue and it's that purplish blue, now you begin to, your vision is becoming clear. You're able to see things that you couldn't see before. And then by the time the sun comes up, you're fully walking in your purpose and your vision, your dreams and your hopes. And you're no longer focused on that darkness. You have the opportunity to see your transformation, period. And it's a beautiful opportunity because you are able to see your hard work pay off. And it is going to pay off. But you got to, that's why your team matters. Because I don't want you over on team like working hard and having conversations with people who don't. And listen, it doesn't make them, what does the quote of the day say? My goal is not to be better than anyone else, but to be better than what I used to be. Be better than I used to be. So it doesn't make them any better or any worse. It simply means you decided to grow in a different way. You decided to have a different kind of conversation. You wanted to allow yourself to begin to understand how your gift was going to make room for you. You started asking yourself, is it making room for me? Why is it or why is it not? And could it be your team that you're playing on? Is it your default team that's not allowing your gifts to show up? And are you it allows you to begin to understand how you can be authentically you and still work in your gifts, still change lives, still do the things that you need to do. You have to understand how to be your authentic self and how is that best serving you. So on this amazing, it's an amazing start to the week. It's going to be an amazing day. I want you to think about why just having a team matters. I had a different conversations. I had blow your mind, stretch kind conversations this weekend. Like, let me sit down, as my big daddy say, let me sit down and chew the fat with you for a minute. Let me chew on this piece of fat back, which I had that conversation that stretched me beyond my comprehension and limitations that I saw. Oh, but and here's the thing, when you start having conversations like that, you realize that your soul was missing that. And it thirsts for that. It longs for that different kind of conversation. You're like, that's what I'm talking about. Now you're speaking my soul language. Maybe it's difficult and hard right now because no one is speaking your soul's language. That's why having a team matters. Period. So let's go over them again as I close out the show. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel where they can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Don't forget the Sister Rise Retreat is in 11 days. You still have time to get your ticket. There's the link right there. If you have any questions, let me know. I did a live last night about 11:30-ish where we talked about the Sister Rise Retreat and answered some questions. But y'all, the quote of the day, and we have two. It isn't where you came from. It is where you're going. That counts. And that's by Ella Fitzgerald. The second quote, my goal is not to be better than anyone else, but to be better than what I used to be. That is by Wayne Dyer. The thought of the day is, why does having a team matter? And let me tell you, I got that this weekend. Why having a team matters? Because I'm having different conversations. 3 things why understanding your team and whose team you're on matters. Number 1, you have a different conversation. You have soul conversations that speak to your soul. Number 1. Number 2, it will allow you to begin to understand how your gift is going to make room for you. 2A, we all have gifts, but are they making room for us? 2B, why or why not? Are you allowing your gift to make room for you? Or are you stopping your gift and assuming that that's not how it's supposed to go? 2C, could it be the team that you're not choosing to be on is the reason why your gift is not making room for you? And number 3, choosing why does having a team matter? because it will allow you to begin to understand how to be authentically you, to be yourself, and how you can best serve your team, yourself, your family, and for generations to come. It's not an I, it's a we, because we got generations to handle over here. So it will help you best understand how to be authentically you. I can't be nobody other than JoJo. And when I tell y'all, that was a process to figure out. I had to understand how my gifts were going to make room for me. And was I allowing my gifts to make room for me? And then understand how to be JoJo in the fullness of what JoJo meant. How to be my authentic self. And how is that best serving anybody? How is that best serving the girls? How me being JoJo is best serving my mama and my sister. All of my sisters and my brothers, because I got a whole host of them. How is me, JoJo, from North Carolina, Young Mitra Louise, how is me understanding that allowing me to best serve those around me? And if I don't know the answer to that question, then I got a whole other problem to deal with. So on this lovely day, that's why it's important to have your team. That's why team members matter. And that you can say all day, JoJo, you doing way too much with Team Abundance and Team Lack. Boo, I'm not doing too much. I just made it very simple. I made it very simple for you to choose your team. And whichever team you choose, they all have rules and regulations. So I'm choosing to work for Team Abundance. And what does that mean for me? And over here on Team Abundance, I want you to understand why you are here. What can you expect? What is going to be required? And what are we doing? What's the game plan? Because if I'm winning, if we in the NBA playoffs and I'm winning this championship, or if I'm boxing and I'm in the pocket, I got to know when to throw them uppercuts, when to throw that left, right hook, when to put my jab. Period. I got to understand that. Thank you, D. Okay, thank you, D. And I've got to understand all of that. So on this wonderful, wonderful day, it's going to be an amazing day. I thank you for joining the Fearless Morning Show. I appreciate you being here and allowing me to be my authentic self, to continue to serve you in the best way that JoJo knows how. And as I serve the best way I know how, by understanding who I am, I'm allowing my gifts to make room for me. I'm allowing different conversations to happen. And I'm understanding to it. So on this wonderful day, I hope you guys have an amazing start to your week. Don't forget, you still got 11 days to purchase your ticket to Sister Rise Retreat. If you would like, I'm setting up. If you would like a t-shirt, we do have the Sister Rise t-shirts that are available. I will post the link again, so that if you're not able to join Sister Rise, but you would like a Sister Rise t-shirt, I think that's the link. Let me double check. Then you're more than welcome to grab you a t-shirt. If you can't attend this year, that's okay too, boo. That's all right. You can come next year. But on this wonderful day, I want you to understand the importance of why having a team matters. So please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Don't forget, there's the podcast. There's the Live Past Crazy show. We're on Amazon Music. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on all the things. If they don't do podcasts, we have 5 books that they can read. They're all on Amazon except for one. One is still available for pre-order, and that is on leadership. Number 2, well, not on number 2. If they don't read the books and they don't listen to the podcast and they don't do social media, I do have a movie. It is called The Last Time. It is not my movie. I had the privilege of being in one with Mr. Tommy Ford. Y'all remember Tommy from Martin. It is called The Last Time, so you can always check out the movie I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope that whatever I share, me being my authentic self, can help you achieve and do whatever it is you need to do, or at least give you something different to think about. So, and if you share, because sharing is caring, please let me know so I can tell you thank you, because I cannot do this by myself. I absolutely cannot do this by myself. I need my Sisters Keepers. I need the Fearless Morning Show. I need Team Abundance, because I'm a firm believer if we can help one person, just one, who would then take it back to her family, who would then change their community, we will change the world, one sister and one brother at a time. So I hope you have an amazing start to the week. And I will see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.